CGR's the best to do it. My squad stay fluid. When it comes to breaking barriers, we blow it straight through it. Greatness, we prove it. Never will we lose it. I'm building up an empire. Switches, not Lucius. Hands up high if you're down for the team. When it comes to getting green, we get it by any means. Grew up with a plan and a dream. From serving fixes to fiends to music and movie screens. And now the money is clean. Sitting at the top, it won't stop. Can't get right, still got the game locked. With the mic, I'm clutch like Steph with the rock. Keep shooting something like got 3 zeros on the clock. I'm out, I'm out.
Put your hands up till your arms start hurting. Put your hands up till your arms start hurting. Put your hands up till your arms start hurting. Put your hands up, put your hands up till your hands up till your
Pardon me, look at the time, it's time to grind. I've been off too long, lace up the J's, then a step outside, bright gold sun rays, brush out your shades on, Tim's in the top down, it's a jump in my ride, still trying to figure out where the hell I'm gone, 3 dimes in the back, rolling Cheech and Chong, and top in the whip, ah shit, I'm gone. You don't know me, I'm not your friend, you ain't a hoe, me. Stranger. Baby! Shut up!
Hail Hydra, drink Skyra.
Bro, how we gonna do this?
I just saw the name. Bro, look at my face, yo. I could play Asian, I could play Latino, I could play a kid. You know what I'm saying? I could play, you know what I'm saying? Like if y'all need a new Joe Pesci, you know what I'm saying?
Don't mess with me.
Bro, you see what we do?
Yeah, man, I'm just me, man. Like I'm not.
That's all you can be, really, man.
I'm not trying to like, you know, act hard or be better than anybody. I'm just being me.
They say I'm acting bougie. Everywhere I go, they know I got on designer clothes. They say I'm acting bougie. Cop some jewelry and kicks just to match it with the whip.
For the people that don't know, though, tell them your name, where you from, and how you had it coming up a little bit.
My name, my artist name, right? I can't give my government because immigration is still looking for me. But I go by FlipdSkript. Flip for short. Flip stands for freaky little island person, cause that I am. But Flip, cause Filipino, you know. And I go by FlipdSkript cause I'm influencing music in all types of genres and like, you know, growing up, I did talent shows. I did singing in different genres and I tried touching different things, and my friends said, hey, shit, you could do this, you could do that. So I'm like, hey, flip the script, you know what I mean? So I don't want to be boring. I like to change the mood like every 10, 15 minutes. I say like, if I had an album, you got a trip, couple of hour trip, I want you to listen to my whole album and not, you know, switch it up every 2, 3 tracks because you get tired of the same, you know, tempo or topic or whatever. So that's how I got my name, FlipdSkript.
We can take the private jet to Saudi, or you think I'm playing? Okay.
I grew up in a hard life, broken family. You know, there's a lot of pain and rough uprising when I was me growing up. So, and I was a young kid back then. I didn't know where to get drugs, so music was the one to, you know, like my escape. You know what I mean? Instead of just holding my feelings in, and I know how to express it at that time. I just listen to music, and I freaking stand in front of the mirror, imitating MJ moves and shit, just to like feel free. And so I realized as much as I love music, I felt like music loved me back. So I kept, you know, I stayed with it. And no matter how far I went in my life and left music, from the people in my life, situation in my life, only music was there for me when I came back, you know what I mean? It never left me, it was always there. So I came to a point in my life what I really wanted to do, you know, and I couldn't see myself working in the restaurant business, having a dude that barely spoke English yelling and cursing at you and shit. Like I need to turn on subtitles just to understand my ex-bosses and shit like that. And I didn't like that. And I said, I gotta follow my heart, what makes me happy, you know? And music does that for me, so.
I feel unbelievable. Wake up every day and I feel like I'm larger than life. Yeah, I feel larger than life.
So, but I heard you say something about dancing. What you mean? What you got videos of you dancing and stuff? Or?
Yeah, I used to be. I started out as a b-boy, and then I needed more bread, so I tried jumping out of cakes. I'm just
Yo, bro.
I can hold that one in. The image popped up in my head.
Yo, that took me a while. What you said?
I saw
How did you get into that?
I saw a big ass pink cake and it just
With the suspenders on, like
the sailor hat. The sailor hat.
Goddamn, man.
Shit, you heard of Magic Mike, man. I was Magic Miguel.
Oh,
Miguel back then, shit.
who are some of the artists that influenced you coming up?
From when I first liked music, man, I was into the oldies, the doo-wops, you know what I mean? And then Digital Underground came, Wu-Tang, Lords of the Underground, and you know, Biggie, Pac, growing up, Jay, Busta Rhymes, Mos Def, Talib Kweli, and then I started getting to the other artists, Eminem too, J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake. Basically on my mood, if I want to hear something lyrical, or like the way a song is put together, or it makes you feel, dance, you know, I like to broaden my horizons. I don't like to just stay in one lane, you know. So yeah, and Bruno Mars, you know, he's one of my idols because he was behind the scenes for a long time. The industry didn't want him to come out because he was a short Asian dude, but that dude was writing songs for Rihanna, Beyonce. So there's like, okay, this guy have talent, you know, maybe put him out. So yeah, I like artists that can create their own art, you know what I mean? Like, especially if you're a rapper, I feel like you should be able to write your own rhymes. Don't have nobody else write for you. But if you're a songwriter, you're trying to make a song for Disney or something, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes that take, you know, teams and stuff. And like Mariah Carey, that song, All I Want for Christmas Is You, there was like 10 writers for that. You know what I mean? Just for her.
And that's what people wouldn't even know about behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Galing lang sa baba, kinapalan namin mga muka. Gotta stay focused. Too many people wanna see me get out of my zone. Get on the Forbes list. Ain't no games when I say I'm the king of this throne. Defending my phone.
In a world filled with a lot of negativity, how do you stay positive in hard times?
Masturbation. I'm just playing. Hard times, yes. I had to entertain myself, bro. Like, thankfully, I grew up in New York, man. Like, I get bored, man. I just hit up the city. There's street performers everywhere, street art and different people. That's how I stay busy and not get bored. Just go out and see culture, listen to new music, and people that I never heard of. I give them a chance, you know, listen to their music, because I always love finding new music, new artists out there that, you know, because like I always thought like what you saw on TV, what the industry's trying to put out, that's what it is, man. But you go step outside of that, man, there's so many talented artists that makes great music, better than people in the industry now that's not getting a chance, you know. So I like to give my efforts and time to give them time and listen to them, you know, see what they got. I used to be big on video games. Man, I roll with a bad crew, man. Like, we ain't got nothing to do. We ain't have no video games, man. We'll freaking steal cars and put them in chop shop, you know what I mean? And that's why I moved to, left New York to come to Virginia, because I have a daughter and I didn't want her to grow up with me in jail, so I had to change my life. I figured go somewhere where I don't know anybody, or, you know, nobody gonna knock on my door like, hey yo, just go steal this car, you know, we can make a couple $100 easy, blah blah. So I came here, and it was the best move I think I did, you know, being in America, moving to VA from New York. So
Okay, word. What are some of the messages you try to put out through your music?
Basically, my life story, you know, something about me I like to share to the world. I know I don't look it. If you listen to my music, I say a lot of stuff that when you look at me, you probably think I don't know anything about that life, but that's a good thing. You know,
I'm on fuckwittable. I know you heard about me. I'm on fuckwittable. You better ask about me.
How did that song Unfuckwittable come about?
That's a funny story. So, during quarantine.
Cause I fuck with that shit. I'm sorry.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Before you came out here, that was like 6-8 times.
Man, I just had so much like build up in me that, you know, people trying to like put me down and put me in a deeper hole, man. And holding all that in, there's just like so much I need to get out, but I want to do it in a positive way. And then during quarantine, I decided to become a solo artist. And my best friend, who's like my brother, I found out he did, you know, he played piano. He's a pianist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that. But he come from a strict family. Like, he Middle Eastern, so, you know, you either a freaking doctor, you know what I mean, a lawyer. They don't want no musicians, you know? So he was very shy. And I said, yo, when I do this music thing now, doing solo, I gotta do it right. Like, you know, everything legit from original beats, you know, from the get-go. And I try to like get him to produce me, because, you know, I need a producer. And he's like, I don't know, my family. I'm like, fuck your family. Make me a fucking beat. You my brother and shit. We used to dance together. We go way back. Like, you know, I didn't mean that like fuck his family. I love his family. But then he said, all right then, if you make a song with my beat and I like it, I'll produce it. But I'm gonna pick the title. I'm like, all right, whatever. And he said, Unfuckwittable. I'm like, the fuck? How am I gonna make a song called Unfuckwittable? You know, he thought I couldn't do it. 2 days later, man, I had a song with him on his beat and I let him hear it.
Pardon me, look at the time, it's time to grind. I've been off too long. Lace up the J's, then a step outside. Bright gold sun rays, brush out your shades on. Things in the top down.
And he's like, fuck, I gotta get on the next beat, you know what I'm saying? So he jumped on board. He finally had confidence to follow his heart instead of, you know, I mean, always listen to your parents. They love you, they only want the best for you. But honestly, man, it's your life, it's your happiness. And if you're really happy, love what you're doing, even your parents don't like it at first, they're gonna eventually, you know, accept it and love you for that. So, but don't regret, you know what I mean? Especially people, I know some people personally that got married to somebody like arranged, you know, and they were miserable because they love for their parents, not for them, you know what I mean? Type shit like that.
What's your favorite video you've done? Have I asked you that?
Nope, you haven't. It's gotta be the Vivo Bougie.
Say I'm acting bougie. Hardly catch some feelings to get right. I catch a fly. They say I'm acting bougie. That's okay. That's okay.
I know the Migos spelled it different, but I spelled it the Asian way. You know what I'm saying? B-O-U-J-E-E, Bougie. That one's my favorite video because it was a blessing in disguise, unexpected. I had a friend in the movie industry, you know, personal assistant, that knew somebody in the movie industry and music video industry. And she happened to pitch my music to him because she wanted to help me out. She said, man, if this is yours, yo, don't half-ass anything. If you believe in yourself and it's worth the investment, fuck it, yo. Put your bread up. So, this guy, hit him up if you need some good work. Julian Ashby, Bark and Iron Studios, man. And so he hit me up and he said, yo, I could get your video for like 8 stacks. I'm like, damn. I remember paying video, the most I paid was like 500, and he asked for 8 stacks. And then I checked his credentials, man. That dude shot Rick Ross, Foo Fighters, Trey Songz, Chris Brown. He did the Harriet Tubman movie, The Happening. He's a cinematographer. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was single. already taking care of my family, got my house, like, you know what I mean? I got money saved. Where else am I gonna spend my money? You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of spending that shit on trap shit, you know what I mean? Because I want to get out. Yeah, so I invested in that and I signed a contract. And I did not know that he was friends with a Grammy Award winner, Michael Congdon. Michael Congdon, if you don't know him, he won a Grammy for producing and engineering Chris Brown Fame album. So I'm starstruck in my head, like, man, this guy is not.
Quality shows you. Like,
This guy is not the guy, you know what I mean? Yeah, he shot it in the red camera, man. Like, he told me, hey, hold this. You know how much this is? He like, I don't know, like, he said, yo, he's 85,000. And I put that camera down. I said, don't ever give me this. You know how many times I dropped my phone? And you're gonna give me an $80,000 camera on my hand? You stupid. You stupid. Don't ever give me no electronics like that. And Michael Congdon hit me up on the phone and he asked me, hey man, I really like your music. I was very surprised. He's like, how you surprised? Like, I thought you was black. And my friend told me he was this like cool, short Asian dude that looks Mexican. And I really fuck with your music. And I was wondering if I can engineer, remix your track and direct your video. Man, I was so excited, dancing my feet like, damn God, like, how the hell you link me up with a Grammy Award winner without doing no booty stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like a blessing in disguise, you know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't gonna do no booty stuff, you know? If I gotta do booty stuff to go platinum, I'm cool with aluminum. You know what I'm saying? Forget that. That's why I'm independent. And then he called me up and said, you know, he could offer that service for me, and I felt really bad because I spent all my money for that video cinematographer for the video, and I can't afford the director, the Grammy Award winner. So I was like, I'm sorry, Michael, Mr. Congdon, I can't afford you, you know. And he said, you know, since I got my new studio set up in my house, you're gonna be the first track I mix in it. I do it for, and you're working with my best friend. I'm gonna do it for a homie price. I do it for $100. And I'm like, this ain't no fucking Michael Congdon. This a prank. You pranking me? This ain't no Michael Congdon, Grammy Award winner. He's like, well, I could easily charge you $100K. I'm like, I'm good with 100. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. and it's crazy because I have a manager, a friend, but I dropped him because he's not really not because he's not a good person, but he doesn't know about the industry. He helped me get in, you know, get all my LLCs, my copyrights for all my music and all the platforms. And I told him, hey man, send this video out to Vivo because the quality speaks for itself. My own manager said, you sure you want to spend your money? Because like when you send stuff to Vivo, you gotta pay money for them to just look at your shit, and it's not guaranteed. And you look it up, you got all the requirements. The requirements, you need a minimum of 1 million views. At that time, I had like 280, you know, and a minimum of 1 million streams. I probably had 800, and you need to be under a major record label. I'm not in a major record label, but I created my own company as a label to represent me. And then he said, your video needs to be shot in an 8K camera, film industry, Hollywood industry, meaning those red cameras. So I was like, I got that. And my manager's like, you know, you're just gonna throw your money away, but forget it. So we sent it in, and a week later I got the email, I got approved. And then my manager's like, I can't believe you got approved. How this shit had happened? I'm like, yo, how the hell you my manager and say like you can't believe how I got approved? But I think the thing that got me in is I got a Grammy Award winner that worked with me. So with besides 1 million views, being under a label, he kind of co-signed for me. So like I'm very thankful, grateful for that, and I thank God for all the blessings that he's been, you know, that he's been sending my way. So I appreciate it.
I'm terrified, but the stuff is for you.
Here we go. Yeah, we getting into the comedy. How did you get into the comedy life? What got you doing that?
Man, growing up, being the shortest guy in the classroom, you always get like clowned on. I guess during the time I learned to talk back, you know, when I lost my accent and like Hooked on Phonics worked for me and I started speaking English well. You know what I'm saying? When the fuck you turned into fuck you, they really felt it. So, you know, when they talk shit, I just talk back and they just, I could shut their mouth just with my mouth because, you know, I'm a little man, I got a big ass mouth. Like, I'll make your mom cry just talking back to you, you know, like roasting. We used to go back and forth and shit with my friends and just to practice our abilities. And I realized, man, like, I'm not tall, dark, and handsome, but I was short, funny, and sexy as fuck, you know, so I had to, like, get attention other ways, and the ladies, like, how I'll make them laugh. So I started doing that, and then I did it seriously, started doing stand-up, and then when cancel culture came, I stopped, because, like, damn, if that shit happened like 8 years ago, 9 years ago, I would have been canceled already, you know, because I got a lot of jokes that, you know, I mean, I don't mean it. Comedy is comedy, you know. If you go to a comedy show, you go there to laugh, so don't, and it might come offensive, but it's all a joke, you know what I'm saying? It's just a joke. If you can't take a joke, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't go to a comedy show.
Scared, they look at somebody. You trying to look at
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy because like now you can't even, you know, say the F word.
What?
Like, you know, it rhymes with maggot.
Got you, enough said.
Yeah, or Bob Saget. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy because think of like Bernie Mac's goddamn Kings of Comedy joke. He was talking about the little boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Come on.
That wouldn't fly today, and that wasn't too long ago. It feels
That's
like.
really wrong.
Yeah, but he a Hall of Famer though. He a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean?
What you really like about the comedy? Like, what is it that got you like?
You know what I'm saying? Just like the first Kevin Hart too. Like, he turned pain into laughter. That was my thing. You know, like when I would get hurt, I turn that and I laugh about my situation. You know what I mean? Like, instead of like taking it in and feeling some type of way and you thinking about visualizing yourself just going to the bedroom and putting a pillow over the face. You know what I'm saying? Instead, just think of something funny. Like, I just want to be part of the people that, with all the shit is going through in the world, I just want to be part of the people that put smiles on your face, entertain you, and distract you, and kind of like make you feel at ease with all the shit that's going on, you know?
So if it came down to rapping or comedy, which one you picking? Which one you know what I mean?
Long term, if it wasn't cancel season, I'd pick comedy. But right now, music, rapping, and songwriting, because
Honestly, you gotta watch what you say in music now. To an extent, I guess.
to an extent, yeah, to an extent, but like not in America, because no matter what, unless you know it's murder, you know what I'm saying, it's really about homicide shit, they probably could use your lyrics against you. But like legally, man, that we have that the rights, the amendment, like freedom of speech, you cannot take that away. So, you know, it's very hard. They really gotta hate your ass to take, yeah.
So when it comes to rapping or comedy, you picking rap?
Rap because music because I could express myself freely. You know what I mean, without being judged or being, you know, canceled, whatever. Comedy right now, you express yourself freely. You can offend somebody not intentionally, and that's your career right there. Yeah. Wish 107.5. Flip the script. Wish USA, Wish 107.5. Since I was a kid, man, I've been watching them. They started out in the Philippines, Wish 107.5. Then they branched out to USA in California to turn it to Wish USA. And it was the first time they went to the East Coast in New York to have people to perform in a Wish bus. Wish 107.5 and Wish USA alone in YouTube have over 18 million subscribers. They started out with like Filipinos, you know, from the Philippine artists, and then Filipino Americans or anybody associated with Filipino, you know, around the world. Like Dua Lipa is performed in Wish USA, and other artists that, you know, like Filipino kind of descent background, and they interviewed me last year as like an upcoming new artist, and I guess after a year they emailed me back and say, we want you to perform in the Wish Bus in New York. Since you're from New York, we want you to be the first artist. We have over 3,000 applications, but we only have 10 slots. Would you like to be one of them? And I was like, I didn't send that application. It's like, yeah, I know you did it, but we're reaching out to you to saying if you want one of the 10 slots. And I'm like, what's the catch? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just agreed to it. They invited me to New York, and I'll perform my single, Body Kosher.
I like she's supposed to, body on kosher, body on ice, yeah, everything nice, yeah, ride beat like vodka, show that she nice, yeah, give it a little bite, yeah, give it a little tight, yeah.
And it's been a month already. It's close to 30K views already. That's the most views I ever got that quick. Because I think that platform itself, 18 million followers, subscribers, you know, it's a big platform of marketing. You know, with music, you could have the best music in the world, you could be the most talented, but if you don't have any marketing or promo behind it for people outside America to hear you, then it's really nothing. So artists out there, you know what I'm saying, if you gotta break some bread to get your name out there, man, and do it, man, because you betting on yourself, you know what I mean? Don't wait for opportunities, you gotta take it, You can find me in all digital platforms. FlipdSkript, F-L-I-P, letter D-S-K-R-I-P-T, one word. From Apple Music to Spotify, Tidal, YouTube, I'm on that. YouTube, FlipdSkript Official. My Instagram is DNROfficial5. That is also the label that I'm under in. DNR stands for Diverse Nation Recordings. And it was like Furious 5, it was 5 of us that started, so it's DNR5. You could also find me in back of milk cartons and in flyers in Walmart walls. And the 1-800 numbers that 89 cents a day, you can sponsor this child. You could also find me in Angelina Jolie's adoption lists. You know, she skipped me. She picked a Cambodian instead. Yo, Filipinos is where it's at. Other than that, yo, you want comedy or whatever, YouTube, FlipdSkript Official, music, all platforms, FlipdSkript. And catch me downtown, RVA, Tap House. I do a lot of interviews, public, you know, interviews, interactions with people. And yeah, that's it. If you're immigration, yeah, don't look for me. I heard that saying, once you go black, you don't go back. I also heard that saying, once you go white, your credit will get right. But ladies, you know, once you go Asian, there is no more masturbation. Avatar, my favorite movie too. My girl, she fall asleep, I paint her ass blue. People always telling me, man, why you still single and shit, man? You talented, you should have bitches, you know, falling from you and shit. But like, you know, I'm single because I got trust issues, man. My trust issues so bad. If my girl can't fart in front of me, I can't trust that bitch. She got too many secrets, man. You know what I'm saying? That's something natural, you know, farting is natural. You keeping that shit from me, I don't know what else you hiding, yo. You come home one day, you taste like another ninja dick or something. Like, what the fuck? You say Arby's? I ate all Arby's sandwiches, they don't taste like that. I had to like take shots of Listerine. I couldn't just gargle that shit. Like, I can't trust you, bitch. Like, my trust issues is so bad. Every time I make love to my woman, I won't even let her close her eyes. I'm like, hey, who the fuck you thinking about? Look at me, bitch. Look at me. Shit.
Private jet to Saudi, or you think I'm playing? Okay, now you can stay with those lames, just don't hate on me. I'm bullshit, excuse me, when I speak, it goes 6. I'm that sound that you seek, I'm that foreign Bugatti. I'm not your husband,